Overwhelmed? That was me with diabetes. Hey, I'm Jabron. Between teaching and coaching, managing diabetes felt like an extra job. With the Freestyle Libre 3 CGM, I get real-time glucose readings and have the insights to make informed decisions. My life feels lighter now. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Do you love the Tabernacle Choir? This year, the choir's music is everywhere you are. Listen to your favorite choir songs and music and the spoken word anytime you want on Alexa by simply enabling the skill.
Alexa, play music in the spoken word.
Now playing music in the spoken word.
You can also download the Tabernacle Choir app, subscribe to the choir on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and have access to all their wonderful music. Happy listening.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
I went back, and as I always do this off season, I read some John Wooden, and one of the early things was that everything he says is so poignant. It's like you read his book and you highlight everything, and one of them was, don't lose sleep worrying about your competition, let them lose sleep worrying about you. Funny story, I was sharing that with Kyle right about when Myles Garrett joined the Rams, and he was going, man, that's really cool. And as we were speaking, that came out, and Kyle said, you know what, F John Wooden. So.
Kyle Shanahan said, you know what, John Wooden? No, and no. What's next? Bleep Vin Scully? You don't stand for the flag being raised anymore? There's certain things you don't do. And one of those is not you bleep John Wooden. No. That is John Lynch. What's his GM of the San Francisco 49ers?
Correct.
Yeah. That Kyle Shanahan story has a lot of layers to it. We'll see how that develops. And guys saying ESPN holding the story. That's not journalism. Journalism as we knew it. As the journalism I knew. I've got no problem saying it. And I grew up in the biz. 23 years. Daily newspapers, ink stained and all that stuff. Doesn't exist anymore. Nope. It doesn't. And that's a shame. Doesn't mean it's completely eliminated, but it doesn't exist in the manner that it did when I was doing it. And I'm an old timer now. Oh, man, I'll tell you. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Pro Bowl defensive tackle Vita Vea. Now, he went to Washington State, didn't he?
Washington, I believe.
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. He's requested a trade after the talks on a contract extension have stalled and reportedly have expressed some desire to return to his hometown in California. NorCal.
He grew up in the Bay Area. Apparently went to high school 6 miles from where the Niners play.
Does he have injury issues? Because if you grew up where the Niners play, they got that power plant there or something, right?
Yeah, they'll be exacerbated by the power surges, apparently.
I've covered 3 games in that stadium. I think that explains it.
All the weirdness?
Yeah, for me. Yeah. The Utes played the bowl game there, and then 2 times they played the Pac-12 title game there. Went 0 for 2. They're 0 for 2 in Northern California and 2 for 2 in Las Vegas. And they'll never play a Pac-12 title game again. Not that they won't be good enough. Doesn't seem like they'll be that. And I agree with what Kyle Shanahan said. DJ always says that. Well, how are they going to match up with them? Well, screw that. How are they going to match up with us? You have to have the aggressive mindset. I agree on that one. And this is a bizarre story. Chiefs OC Eric Bieniemy. His wife was shot by their son, allegedly, Sunday evening, and she's in stable condition. Elijah Bieniemy has been charged with 3 felony counts in the incident. That's just awful, man. Horrible news. Obviously, EB, as they call him in KC, is going to be away from the team. Indiana Colts QB, Indianapolis, I guess I should say, not Indiana. Daniel Jones, he's declared himself 100% healthy. That's great after he comes off a torn Achilles. He'd been fully cleared to participate in the training camp, and he's the Colts' starting quarterback. Yeah, way to go. That's great news. Get yourself healthy, ready to go. 3-time Pro Bowler safety linebacker Jamal Adams. He's going to join the Vikings for his 10th season. He had been playing linebacker the last few seasons, playing 448 snaps there for Las Vegas. Daniel Jones, can he be one of those quarterbacks that it just took a while and you needed a team or two to go through? Now, obviously, he's on his second one. He was with the Giants as a high pick. And, you know, that they didn't win. Let him go. And he goes over to the Colts in Indianapolis. And he was rocking. Beat out, what's that Florida kid's name? Richardson?
Anthony Richardson, yeah.
Yeah, who I saw play in person when the Utes went down there and thought he was a great athlete, but didn't believe in him as a quarterback. And I think I may have got one right for a change. And DJ Daniel Jones taking off. You know, we saw that. Go ahead.
It's the storyline with, like, Sam Darnold, for
That's
example.
where I was going.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that, if you want to bring it closer to home, Jay Drew recently interviewed Zach Wilson, and Zach's kind of looking for that same opportunity.
Did you read my mind?
Sorry.
Did you read my mind?
I've worked with you for long enough.
That's where I was going, yeah. Zach did some autograph signing or something, and Jay must have gone down there in Utah County, and he did, and I read the story posted yesterday, I believe, and they're going to have a couple of more stories that he's going to do there. And yeah, you know, I don't know if that can happen for Zach. I'd love to see it. A local kid do well. Obviously, the Jets, 3 years, it was bad, batter, and baddest. And so now he's on his what? He went to Broncos, Miami. What is this, 15?
Denver, yeah, this is his 5th team.
Yeah, and he's got to compete for the backup job there with our guy Kellen Moore as the head coach.
It'll be him and Spencer Rattler competing to back up Shuck.
Shuck, yeah. Kid, 2 Phoenix kids, Rattler and Shuck there. And obviously Zach from over here in our area. We'll see what happens. I mean, you got to make the team first. It's a bizarre situation. You know, John Beck has talked about that, going to situations that aren't good and you get yourself in there. He was with Miami when Miami stunk, and I don't know if Zach has lost confidence and whatever it might be and questions how good he can be. But he's still in the league right now, and, you know, they've got another quarterback there. I don't remember his name. Jay had it in the story. You can go look at it at Deseret News as far as that goes. So he'll have to make the team. I think he would be able to make it. We'll see how that plays out. But, you know, he hasn't played a lot. But you never know with these quarterbacks. I was thinking about this the other day. The one that really has baffled my mind the most in recent years, who didn't really make it, big-time college quarterback. Yak is running through big-time college quarterbacks who didn't really make it.
I'm curious, who do you got?
Come on, I can't give it up that easily. You're an NFL savant. Big-time college quarterback. Nobody would disagree on that. Nobody. He was big time. I saw him play. I thought, wow, this kid is really, really something. And then it doesn't happen at the level that I anticipated. He's still bouncing around the league.
So he's still playing.
I think he is, yeah.
You got me stumped.
In fact, I'm virtually certain he is with Washington.
Oh,
Mariota.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota. Yeah, he's the backup to Jaden Daniels. And
Yeah.
You're right. A lot of people thought he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Right.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was awesome.
And he has
at
shown
Oregon.
flashes during his NFL career, but it's never been consistent.
No.
Right.
And he's not considered a starter. Now, he's still in the league. He's making money, and that's great. And still get to play a kid's game and make a ton of money. That's awesome. But when I saw him play at Oregon, I thought, wow, he's really going to be something. And Oregon's one of these teams, it reminds me of the U of A basketball. They got a slew of quarterbacks who look good, but then they get in the NBA, and they can hang out, be around on teams' rosters, but none of them have been really big time. And Herbert now, maybe he will break that. We shall see. And more, the kid they got now, a kid out of Michigan who transferred into there played for Chip Kelly down in Westwood, and now he's projected to be a high pick. We shall see. But I thought more. Mariota. I thought he was going to be a big-time quarterback, so I missed on that one. I may have gotten Richardson right, but I missed on that one. So we'll see if Zach can get an opportunity to play. You'd be on the roster. But, Darnold didn't play for a little bit, and now he won the Super Bowl last year. So there's still hope for these guys, and we'll see if Daniel Jones can follow it up with an excellent season on the heels of what he did last year. All right, let's move on to college football.
Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast. An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Hashtag college football.
Here we go, man. North Carolina placing GM Mike Lombardi on paid administrative leave after an HR complaint was filed against him. And the College Sports Commission, the old CSC, indicated they were looking into NIL issues at UNC. So what does that mean?
So the CSC is that governing body that was created to monitor NIL.
So they're giving them NIL when they shouldn't?
Well, or they've been
shady,
circumventing how the CSC wants it to be reported.
Go.
Yeah, so
circumvention of the rules.
Seems like that's been a topic in another sport we'll get to in a moment.
And they're dealing with money as far as that goes. And then Michigan AD Ward Manuel received a lump sum of $7.14 million as part of his separation agreement with the university. He'll have his final 3 years of his contract brought out, and he will resign at the end of this calendar season, or year, I should say, which is December 31st, obviously. So Big Ten is having their media days these next 3 days.
Correct. And did you see the big news for Ohio State? Just barely.
Yes, what do they do? They got a big contract.
They got jersey patch stuff. BYU did the thing with Entrada here locally. Well, they have signed with Chase and JP Morgan, and reportedly the Ohio State Buckeyes are going to make a cool $15 million annually to put a Chase banking logo on their uniform.
Yeah, so they're going national, and we'll discuss this. I was listening to some stuff driving in this morning, the valuations of college football programs. And what does that mean? Are there a few that are haves and a lot that are have-nots? And what does it mean for the Big 12? We'll get to that at the bottom of the hour. I was driving home yesterday after the show, flicking around on the radio, and I came across that interview with Kyle Whittingham. Sat down, and that Rich Eisen dude, I think he's a Michigan fan.
Eisen, I think, went to Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Like Schefter, I think they're both.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, he basically said it. I don't have a problem with that. But it just, you never ask Kyle a question that centers around, were you surprised? Did anything surprise you? Because he, every time, no matter what, will answer no. I knew it was coming. I was ready for it, blah, blah, blah. It's just funny to listen to him talk. He will never change in that way. You know, did it take you long to get into Michigan? Couple of months, and I'm ready to go. I've adapted. Oh, what's it going to be like in the big house when you're on the headset and the kids are out there playing? Well, I've already done it. I did it during spring ball. He wasn't that obstinate.
Yeah, but
he knows how to play the media game.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, but don't act like you're going to ask Kyle. You can ask him about his defense, his offense, what have you. We'll see about Jay Hill. He may be coming on tomorrow. Defensive coordinator for Michigan as they'll get going here next week. But this is funny. Anything surprise you? But no surprises. He'll always say that. All right, let's move on to the NBA.
Hashtag NBA.
This might be the best team ever he's been on. Construct better than the Miami Heat team.
This has the most talent, I think.
Most talented. That's what I meant.
This is the most talented team he's ever been on.
It's not even close.
I'm listening.
1 through 5. If you look at their numbers, It's crazy.
And then
You're right.
you still have Anthony Simons. You still have Contavious Caldwell-Pope. That team
This
is
might be
loaded.
the best team ever.
Charlie Villanueva. Remember him? He's saying that about LeBron. He said, it's not even close, and then he said this might be his best team ever. Well, you just told me it's not even close, then you tell me it maybe. So he formally signed with the Sixers, say he's going to live in New York and helicopter down. And some people took that as a slight to Philly. We know Kobe did that, lived in Newport and helicoptered his way to whatever they're calling the downtown arena now.
Crypto.com arena.
Yeah, so, I mean, the traffic is brutal, both sides. So, yeah, I get that. It's not that far away. I mean, it's almost about, I think Newport would probably be a little closer than downtown LA, then, depending on where he lives in New York, to Philly. We're at 23. And then I saw, well, they're going to make him the point guard. Yeah, I said that when they point guard discussions with Chris Paul and other guys, who was the best. I would always take LeBron. I would took him every time.
He's an elite passer.
Yeah, and he handled the ball. Obviously, that was his big thing. Is that his size and strength and all, and be able to handle the ball like he did. Yeah, I think that's a great position for him because you got a bunch of shooters, and he's not a shooter in the manner of the other guys are. That's just wasn't his game or isn't his game. He can make shots, obviously, but he's a leading scorer all the time. But it's about power and taking to the basket. And to have him, I wonder if it'll be like it was way back when Wilt Chamberlain did all that scoring, and then you look at his stats at the end with the Lakers, and he transformed his game. He wasn't a big-time scorer then. He was doing other aspects of the game. And so I wonder if we'll see that with LeBron, if he will only average maybe a career low, but he is doing a lot of other things to help his team win, and ultimately that's all that matters. Stats. Stats bore me. How do you help your team win? That's what excites me. That's what I'm about. What do you do to bring value to your team winning? Not how many stats you can pile up. Certainly in basketball, stats are boring. And those are for guys who try to act like they're smarter. And they are smarter than I am. I'm not interested in the stats. I'm interested in winning. What can you do to help your team win? All right, let's go to MLB.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Cedon swings and skies one into left field. Back on the warning track. Back at the wall. It is off the top of the wall and gone! Grand slam, Cedon!
Swing and a drive deep to left field. Forget it. A grand slam into the lower left field stance. Sorry, making a 3-run home run for Francisco Lindor, his second home run of the game.
Conine with a line shot into right for a base hit. Bird comes in to score, and this skid is snapped. Griffin Conine with a looper right over the jumping glove of the second baseman Bryson Stott.
Ah, man, the Marlins. They had lost 12 in a row?
Correct.
They beat the Phillies 8-7 with a walk-off. Yeah, how about that? The Yankees continue to battle injuries. Cody Bellinger, who made the All-Star, I think he was MVP of the All-Star game for that matter. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. He's got a hamstring strain. They're obviously already missing Aaron Judge. Oh, no. That's a big-time blow there as far as that goes when you already got your best player out. And we'll see. They're hanging on. They're 2.5 behind Tampa Bay in the American League East, but obviously they've got a wild card berth they can get there. We'll see when and if those guys return. 4 to 6, that would put our guy Bellinger back about September 1st, right around there. Hard to believe that that's where we're at, but that is where we're at. 4 to 6 weeks will bring you into September at that point. Okay, and then, how about this one? Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter, Epe Mizuhara, told a reporter, I think ESPN, LA Dodgers star had agreed to cover his massive gambling debt, reverse course less than 24 hours later, according to no released audio. What does that mean? Now, he recanted much of what he told the ESPN reporter in a second interview, admitting he had lied about Ohtani being willing to help. And I guess they're going to be doing a big 2-part deep dive.
Oh, it's like 6 parts, apparently.
6 parts.
Yeah.
Oh, I shorted them 4 parts. You never want to be shorted 4 parts. A deep dive. I love that expression. That means, you got to be interested in that. Then I saw this on the Bees. They're going to open their series in Sugar Land tonight against the Space Cowboys. You can listen to the call at 6:05 with Tony Parks, 6 p.m. with the pregame, 12:80 a.m. And I saw where one of the baseball national guys is saying that there are owners who expect how many games will be played next year? That would be friggin' 0.
Yeah, they think a full season lockout.
That is so sad, so bad. But the lockout will come because they want the salary cap. Players don't want the salary cap. And they're going to do battle over that and potentially miss a season. Oh, boy. They've done that from time to time, missed the 94 World Series, and it took steroids with the home run thing to bring it back between McGuire and Sosa 4 years later. We'll see what harm it does. Yeah, I think it'll do harm. It's a shame. Baseball, I went on a baseball trip this past week to both Chicago's and then the Minnesota, and the places were rocking. All 3 of them had great attendance. Wrigley, what I paid for Wrigley tickets, I could have got 10 tickets apiece for the White Sox and the Twins games. Wrigley's a little more expensive. That's the way it goes. All right, well, we'll have to unfortunately follow that story once we get into December and into February when spring training comes ahead. But that's a while from now, and I wouldn't expect to happen. It's just not will there be damage done, it's how much damage will be done. What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. All right, we are going to talk some college football today. We got our KSL insiders. Mitch Harper for BYU is going to be joining us at 8 o'clock, and we're going to spend the whole hour talking about BYU, and then we'll follow it up at 9 o'clock with Steve Bartle talking about the Utes. He's our Utah insider for KSL Sports. And money matters. Jock just told us about Ohio State. What was that, Chase Bank? Is that what you said?
Yeah, JP Morgan Chase Bank.
Yeah, and what is your football team worth, and what does it mean? We'll get to that next. Stay with us. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting Creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.